going in and solving what needs to be solved, but you're not solving it in the sense of taking someone's hand and showing them. You are there to share, like, hey, this is how you break that cycle. Hey, this is how we fix that. And where it lands and who it lands doesn't need to be your business. Your business is getting back into alignment, sharing it by writing, maybe at the beginning, maybe doing the blogs, maybe continuing with the poetry or with the music, and sharing it in that sense until someone asks, hey, can you vocally share this with me? Get it up and out when you're in the flow, when you're not in your emotional wave, and you can hear and distinguish with yourself, like, okay, this is the next step for yourself. Because I do see in your chart, you have a deep, when we talk about, there's really fun ways to kind of look at like where your, I call them spidey senses, like where your spidey senses are. And for you, you do have this ability to kind of just know when the timing is right for something. And a lot of times we want to push things because things aren't happening, or we're feeling financially like we're in a struggle, or we're not sure what the next step is. And all I'm going to say is the more that you can sit and be still, because that's in your chart. Gate 52 is in your chart, and it is the stillness. And the more that you can practice going into that stillness and just saying, what's my next step? Is there a step today? And the answer may be no, right? And then saying, okay. And then having the ability to trust it, because it does show in your chart, you do need to have a plan. You need to have a little bit of structure when it comes to your motivations and your strategies and your visions. For you, doing it with structure, because you have a lot of the logic circuit in your chart, is going to help you tremendously. So are you the type of person who kind of lays down a plan for yourself before you get moving on something?
Structure is like one of my total downfalls. Ironically, and maybe that, and I think, and for years, like I would say 10 years, I've been trying to create structure. I pay people, I've employed business coaches like over and over again, and it always like goes sideways or it doesn't work out or whatever. And it's partly because like I need someone, and that's where it's, maybe this is part of that, me thinking I need a generator. It's like I actually need help with the structure half the time, because it seems like I can't, like I can have it mentally, but it's like I can't physicalize that for myself.
Okay, and that makes
like
sense.
I can work it out,
It makes
sense.
Like
I need a lot of like, it's like I need to have it in so many different ways to be able to try and take a step forward. And I'll be like, hey, I've got this calendar and I've got these charts and I've got these things. And then I'm still going, hang on, what does that mean?
How is this going to work? And so I would say, because you have that open root down here, so the open root for you would indicate that you can feel the pressure to get things done from other people, but sometimes it means that you are more focused on feeling that sense of freedom instead of doing what it is that you desire to do. So here's what I would say to you on the projector is that you don't get your energy from your work. That's not where you do not get energy from work. It just takes from you. So you have to make sure that you're balancing yourself out and saying, wait a minute, I need to go and do the things that light me up, that it's full of joy. And sometimes that's going to be study for you. Sometimes that's going to be going out being in nature for you. It's going to fluctuate what that is. But for the projector, you really are becoming the new CEOs of the world. And here's what I mean by that. A projector actually can use their influence by allowing people to come to them. So envision somebody who's the head of a company, and they have an open door policy, but they're only there from 2 to 4. And everybody on their team knows that. So they all walk in with their problems, and the projector kind of looks at it and says, yep, do this will be really quick and easy. Take care of this. You do this, you do this. You're not doing the work. You're sharing it with other people who like to do the work, which is the generators. They love to do that type of work, as long as they're in alignment themselves, right? And so what happens is at 4 o'clock, you shut the door, and then you're going off to do things that you absolutely are passionate about, that light you up, that fuel you. You don't get fuel from work, but you live in a society that has taught us all that you're supposed to love what you do, and it's supposed to fuel you and give you energy.
Totally. Yeah, that's exactly what's like, it's almost like triggering me now. And I'm like, but yeah, we it's like, but then I feel like I'm not doing what I meant, not what I'm meant to do or whatever, or I feel lazy, or I feel, there's all of this conditioning there around, not like if I do that, if I'm like, because I've got all that Leo, I am super playful and love, it's like I could quite happily just like fill my life with dance classes and fun and beach time and going, like adventures, and it's like that's what fills me up.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I'm like, oh, but then I'm not working, and I'm not earning the money, and I'm not being serious and doing what we're meant to do in the life or
right.
whatever.
And,
So
and
it's,
trust
yeah,
me,
it's funny. There's a lot of conditioning.
there's so much conditioning, and I get it, and it's hard. I mean, I'm a generator, so I kind of fit into that pretty quickly, but I do find that for projectors, it's been a projector day today, that, just saying, like, if you can work on your deconditioning of that, it will amp you up in such ways, because you're going to remember, use your source of whatever you believe is in existence. Like if you believe in spirits or angels or the universe or God or whatever you call it, like start calling them in to say, I need this to happen, but I got to go play now. Right. It's like, I don't know if you're familiar with Abraham Hicks or if any of this resonates with you, but they have a technique that I use all the time. It's like when my to-do list gets really big and I know I can't tackle it all. And for you, it would be, and by the way, this doesn't fuel me. It doesn't give me energy. You can still do it, by the way, but it doesn't give you energy. Like when I'm doing this with you, when I leave this, I've got so much energy to go burn off because it's given me energy. I'm generating.
Wow. Okay.
So I have to go be physical because it's late here, or I have to like go run around the block really quick to burn the energy out that I'm going to get from doing this later in the evening. So for you, that doesn't happen for you. For you, it's kind of like, okay, I'm feeling kind of depleted. Like that was a little bit too much for me. So I would say, and this is what I tell every projector, you need to create a jammy day for yourself. And your jammy day can be a full pajama day is what I mean by that. One day where you cocoon in and you tune everything else out and you just do you.